Τους λόγους τώρα που ο Ερντογάν κλιμακώνει συνεχώς τη ρητορική του, αλλά και τους κινδύνους που εγκυμονεί αυτή η ευνηδιαστική κίνηση της Τουρκίας να ενεργοποιήσει το τουρκολιβικό μνημόνιο, εξηγεί στον SKAI και τη Μαρία Τσιλινίου ο Μαξ Χόφμαν, διευθυντής εξωτερικής πολιτικής του Κέντρου για την Αμερικανική Πρόοδο. Πάμε να δούμε τι μας είπε.
Turkey has recently launched a barrage of challenges against Greece. Mevlut-Çavuşoğlu announced the signing of an agreement with Libya, trying to revive the illegal Turkish-Libyan memorandum. Do you think there is a risk that Ankara will pursue research or drilling within the Greek continental shelf?
I think there is some risk of that, more likely continue drilling in Cypriot waters and disputed waters. I always say when Erdogan comes to a table and he doesn't see a place set for himself, he doesn't ask politely, he flips over the table. And I think that's what we saw with the Libyan intervention and the Libyan-Turkish agreements to try to dispute all of these claims and demand a seat at the table, of course, in a very unhelpful way.
Tayyip Erdogan not only requests the demilitarization of the eastern Aegean islands, but threatens to raise the issue of their sovereignty if this does not happen. What is your input on this?
Heard the rhetoric, Erdogan saying things like we could come suddenly one night. And over the last few years has built stronger defense ties, of course, with the U.S., but also with the UAE and other regional players. But now you hear Turkish officials talking about feeling encircled. But really, these were sort of the reactions to Turkey's own actions.
Turkey constantly invokes the Lausanne-Paris treaties for the demilitarization of the islands, ignoring to mention the Montreux Treaty, which allowed the rearmament of the Strait Zone, to which Limnos and Samothrace belonged, as well as Article 51 of the UN, which, in the existence of a threat, gives the right to preventive defense.
I think you have to look at the reasons for Turkey's escalation and for Erdogan's escalation. And they primarily lie in his political weakness at home. He's going into the June elections next year polls. The economic situation is very dire. And so, I think you see him starting to try to gin up these disputes abroad.